Today, I'm diving deep into the controversy as I try to uncover the truth behind Juanita Bynum's shocking claims about T.D. Jakes and see how it's hitting fans worldwide. Juanita Bynum and T.D. Jakes are well-known figures in the Christian community, with ministries that have reached millions. Bynum, a televangelist and author, has been open about her personal struggles and spiritual journey. T.D. Jakes, on the other hand, is the founder of the Potter's House, a large church in Dallas, Texas. Their paths have crossed in various capacities over the years, including shared platforms and collaborations. But recently, Bynum has made some explosive claims about Jakes. When one of the most powerful voices in modern ministry steps forward and says, "Bishop T.D. Jakes betrayed me," you know this is no ordinary church disagreement. This is a spiritual giant calling out another giant, and the ripple effects are shaking pulpits across the nation. Juanita Bynum isn't holding back, and the story behind her shocking statement goes deeper than anyone expected. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will change how you see two of the most influential figures in the church world forever. For decades, Bishop T.D. Jakes and Dr. Juanita Bynum were seen as two towering forces in the Christian world, both commanding millions of followers, both shaping the culture of modern ministry, and both leaving undeniable marks on the gospel stage. Their public respect for one another gave the impression of unity, of shared purpose, of a brother and sister in Christ bond that could never be broken. But behind the polished sermons, the stadium-sized conferences, and the viral worship clips, there were whispers, quiet rumors of disagreements, of closed-door confrontations, of trust slowly breaking apart. And now, those whispers have erupted into full-blown public statements. Juanita Bynum has decided she will no longer remain silent about what she claims happened between her and T.D. Jakes. In her words, it's not just about personal betrayal, it's about the misuse of power, manipulation within ministry circles, and the dangers of placing leaders on pedestals so high that no one dares to question them. In this video, we're going to unpack exactly what Juanita said, the history behind their relationship, the moments that hinted this fallout was coming, and the reactions that are already rippling through the church community. And let me warn you, some of what we're about to discuss may challenge everything you thought you knew about the two of them. To truly understand the weight of Juanita Bynum's latest revelations, we have to rewind the clock and revisit where her relationship with Bishop T.D. Jakes actually began. Because before there was tension, there was admiration, opportunity, and what looked like divine alignment. Back in the late 1990s and early 2000s, Juanita Bynum was already a respected name in the gospel world. But it was her connection to Bishop Jakes that would catapult her into the global spotlight. Many fans still remember when she took the stage at Woman, Thou Art Loosed, Jake's signature conference, and delivered her now iconic No More Sheets message, a sermon so raw, so transparent, and so powerful, it became one of the most talked about moments in modern Christian preaching. That night, millions saw a different side of ministry, a woman boldly standing in her truth, addressing sexual sin, soul ties, and the pain of broken relationships in a way that was almost unheard of at the time. And behind that moment was T.D. Jakes, the man who had given her the platform and the audience to speak her truth on such a massive stage. In those days, the two seemed inseparable in ministry circles. They appeared at each other's events, publicly spoke highly of one another, and presented an image of unity. Jakes was seen as a spiritual covering for Bynum, a mentor figure who believed in her gifting when many others didn't know what to do with such a bold, unconventional female preacher. But as Juanita's own ministry empire began to grow, best-selling books, hit worship albums, television appearances, and her own packed-out conferences, cracks began to appear in the public narrative. Some insiders claimed there was quiet tension behind the scenes, disagreements over credit, control, and the direction of her career. Others whispered that both had strong personalities and that their private conversations were far less cordial than their public appearances suggested. Still, for years, both managed to keep any serious conflict away from public view. They understood the power of optics in ministry, that to the outside world, unity equals credibility, and for the longest time, it worked. Juanita Bynum alleges that T.D. Jakes betrayed her trust, though the specifics of these allegations are still somewhat murky. What we do know is that she claims this betrayal has had significant repercussions on both a personal and professional level. For fans of both figures, this news comes as a shock, given their past associations and the respect they've historically shown for one another. The implications of such a betrayal aren't just limited to their personal relationship, they extend into the broader Christian community, which often looks to these leaders for guidance and inspiration. The nature of the betrayal, as described by Bynum, suggests a deep-seated issue that goes beyond mere disagreement. It involves actions or inactions that she perceives as a profound breach of trust. This situation raises questions about accountability and the responsibilities that come with influence. The Christian community, in particular, holds its leaders to high standards, and allegations of betrayal can be especially damaging. To understand the full weight of Bynum's allegations, it's essential to consider the history of their connection. Over the years, both ministers have collaborated on projects, shared stages at conferences, and supported each other's work publicly. Their relationship, or at least their professional rapport, has been seen as positive and mutually respectful. The events leading up to Bynum's public statements likely involved a series of incidents or realizations that led her to feel betrayed. Without specific details on what transpired, it's challenging to assess the situation fully. However, it's clear that the situation escalated to a point where Bynum felt compelled to speak out. The history between Bynum and Jakes includes moments of apparent camaraderie and shared ministry goals. They've both been vocal about their faith and have used their platforms to spread messages of hope and redemption. Their past collaborations have been well received, suggesting a level of mutual respect and admiration. The shift from a seemingly positive relationship to one marked by allegations of betrayal is jarring. It highlights the complexities of relationships within the public eye, where even respected leaders can face challenges. The moment Juanita Bynum made her statements public, it sent shockwaves through the Christian community and among fans of both her and T.D. Jakes. Reactions ranged from disbelief and sadness to anger and confusion. Many took to social media to express their thoughts, with some defending Bynum and others questioning her motives. This public airing of grievances has sparked a broader conversation about leadership, trust, and accountability within Christian ministries. Fans are grappling with the news, trying to reconcile the actions of leaders they admire with their own faith and values. The emotional impact of this situation cannot be overstated, as it challenges perceptions of infallibility often associated with religious leaders. The fallout from Bynum's allegations has been swift and intense. Discussions are happening within churches and online forums, with many calling for clarity and resolution. In the wake of this controversy, it's essential to consider the broader implications. For both Juanita Bynum and T.D. Jakes, this situation presents a significant challenge. They must navigate the fallout while considering the impact on their ministries and the community. To wrap up, the controversy between Juanita Bynum and T.D. Jakes has left fans reeling. The allegations of betrayal, the history of their relationship, and the public reactions all contribute to a complex narrative. If you have any thoughts on this situation, please share them in the comments below. Subscribe for more content, and don't forget to check out some of our related videos for further insights. Thanks for the watching and subscribes.